Good morning, Chill Bitcoin Guy here. Today we're going to talk about Bitcoin and its transactional limitations and why that's actually not a bad thing. So I'm going to try to describe sort of how Bitcoin transactions work very broadly. If you already know this information, sorry, you'll hear it again. You may critique it a little bit because it's not perfect. I'm doing it sort of broadly and high level for people who may not know. So guys, the Bitcoin blockchain, on average, every 10 minutes, a block is discovered. Think of a block like a train. And think of the transactions that are occurring on the network like people. Only so many people can fit in each train car or each train. And every 10 minutes on average, that train leaves, right? And there's a huge line of people waiting to get on the train. And those are the Bitcoin transactions that are waiting to confirm. So if you've ever done Bitcoin and you've ever had to wait for transactions to confirm, it can take a while. And sometimes it's because your transaction got bumped to another block. So pretend there's this long line waiting to get on this train, and whoever pays more money for their ticket, not who has a bigger transaction, but whoever pays more in fees gets to move up in the line. And so whoever has paid more fees gets on the train first, and every 10 minutes these trains leave. But there's only so many people that can fit on a train. And that's why I don't think Bitcoin, without a layer 2 solution, will ever be really a world currency that's used day to day. I don't think it's possible or probable that anybody would want to go to Starbucks and have to wait for a confirmation and hope that their transaction didn't get usurped by a higher fee transaction, and now they're stuck another 10 or 20 minutes, or maybe the block isn't discovered for an hour. No one's really solved that yet. The Lightning Network has sought to, but it hasn't done a fantastic job at that, in my opinion. I know some people will come in my comments and give me crap about it. I've run a Lightning node since 2019. I still run one. Lightning kind of sucks, guys. It could be improved. I'm a Bitcoiner, but I'm being honest. Now, so what does this mean? It means Bitcoin is slow relative to other transactions. It's a big criticism you get about Bitcoin. Oh, it's slow, it's limited, and that's true. And here's why I think it's a good thing though, guys. So's gold, right? I mean, gold is also very hard to transport. It's slow, and it's not really used as a day-to-day daily currency. Nobody's buying coffee and furniture with gold. I don't really foresee anyone buying coffee and furniture with Bitcoin either. If Bitcoin is going to become this big global reserve asset, then the most easiest transition it could make is to replace gold. And people say, oh, well, Bitcoin can't be a reserve asset. It's slow. It doesn't work. Gold is the same thing, guys, and the whole world runs on gold as a reserve asset. It's slow. Nobody can pay for it. It's hard to break up. It's very it is technically limited. And it's stored in places far away, and a lot of people don't have their hands on it. But that doesn't mean that the world doesn't cut currency and issue currency, allegedly, off their gold reserves. I know we're off the gold standard now, but theoretically, you can issue currency based on these reserves. And so I see Bitcoin kind of taking the same track. I don't think we need to speed it up. I don't think every person on earth needs to be using Bitcoin. I don't think it would work. The chain can only handle so many transactions at a time. And I think, quite frankly, what's more likely is Bitcoin becomes like gold. It's held as a reserve asset by nation states and big players. And when they need to send it, the network's there and it will work and it will arrive on time. You know, if you're going to send tons of money and you only have to wait 20, 30 minutes, but you know it's going to get there, that's worth it. If you're going to spend $2 on a coffee, it ain't worth waiting 10 minutes for a confirmation, 20 minutes. So I hope that helps, guys. It's kind of a high level description, in my opinion, of how the blockchain works, how the Bitcoin blockchain specifically is limited by the block size. And that's a whole different issue. There was this block wars and hash wars. We could talk about that a different day. But right now the block size is limited and will probably stay that way. And so you're never going to have billions and billions of Bitcoin transactions occurring. You're never going to have the Visa network equivalent of Bitcoin. Well, you may if they come up with a good layer 2, but nobody's done it yet. And I'm hesitant that they're going to be able to.